At the Dutch Pinball Museum, we collect stories before they are lost. Because pinball history doesn't live only in machines, it lives in people, in stories that are often told once and then disappear. 5 minutes, one act timer, when it rings, the story ends.
So, welcome. The question from me to you is, who are you? What are you doing in pinball? And can you tell us an amazing story?
I am Greg Freres. I am doing nothing. No, it's not true. I'm retired from pinball. I was the art director at Stern for many years, and I've been in the pinball industry for 40 years. So my art is on quite a few games.
Good games, yeah. So I'm very curious about your story.
My story. So I've been through a few stories trying to figure out what would be best for that would be museum quality. But the one I told today that I haven't told for a long time to a few people, when I was at the point of Williams Bally Midway, actually Bally was selling to Williams. And there was that moment where I thought, well, what if Williams doesn't work out? What if this is the end of the road for pinball? And so my wife and I thought it would be best that I put my resume out there and try to find a job somewhere else other than the pinball industry, because we weren't sure at that time if the pinball industry would survive. So I put a resume together. I put a letter together because I saw an ad for Fisher-Price toys. And I thought, well, if I'm going to stay in any art job where there's kind of a toy involved, that sounds interesting. And at the time, my kids were little kids. So I put together a introductory letter that included me getting up in the middle of the night to do something and stepping on various Fisher-Price toys that were scattered about the room and never got put away. So I put that in the letter, and sure enough, I got a response, and they said, come on for an interview. I said, cool, got the interview. So I flew out for the interview and had a great interview. And at the end of it, they actually offered me the job. They wanted a salary. Yeah. And I said, okay, let me think about that. As I walked out of the building, there was a poster on the door for the employees to read as they're leaving the building. And it said, ski club meets starting next week. And this was in September. And I thought, oh my God, they're talking about the ski club. And then I remember I was in Buffalo, New York, and the ski club, because Buffalo, for those of you that don't know, gets a lot of snow from the lake during the winter. And that's why it ski club starts so early. So I was like, I went back home and I told my wife, I said, but here's what I saw on the door. And both of us had it with winter in Chicago, and we didn't want it to be even more so in Buffalo. So at that point, I opted out of the job and stayed in pinball, and I'm thankful I did.
Yeah. So the weather brought you, So we still are, you're here with an enormous career in pinball because of that weather.
That's right.
That's correct.
That's right.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, Elvira, ring a bell. So the point of Elvira, 87, this is when Bally and Williams were, and then 89, first Elvira came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
89.
So
you're very good.
Yeah. Museum. Yeah. So 87, but what was the first, so you Fisher-Price, it stopped and you went back. What was the first game that you worked on from that go?
That's a good question. I think it was the playfield for, the backlash. And I did the playfield, Big Betty's was the girl wearing the tag on. It was a gas station. Truck Stop.
Truck Stop, 87. The game with the body parts and Williams parts. Right? Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Our 5 minutes are done. Greg, thanks, man.
You're welcome. Good luck.